What is up, guys, gals, and you awesomeans and gamers of different shapes and sizes? It is me, Josh, again, Proxy, bringing you some For Honor closed beta today on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it is pretty freaking awesome! Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and why not subscribe for some more For Honor content in the future, because I will be covering this a little bit after release, because I'm still in New Zealand, and when I pre-order this, it's going to go to my home in the UK, and that's really emotional, and I'm sad, and I want to play it. But, really, really awesome game, and as you can see, playing as the Warden Knight, really love the Knight faction, really awesome, and it's this thing where I really appreciate Ubisoft kind of paying attention to the immense amount of detail when it comes to all of the factions, as you can see here as well, fighting and against a Orochi samurai, which is kind of like the swordsman for the samurai faction. Obviously, it's kind of like two swordsmen fighting together, and that's why I wanted to show you this really epic duel. And the really fantastic thing about it is that, as you can see, it's kind of like a stalemate, which is kind of sexy, but I do kind of lose my head here. That's really sad and emotional. Please do not put it on a stick and leave it outside your front lawn, because it will scare the children. But look at those visuals when it comes to the PlayStation 4 Pro compared to, say, the PlayStation 4, which still looks really good, but the PlayStation 4 Pro does actually have these significant upgrades when it comes to the visual qualities of some games. Like, look at the lighting, look at the art design in this level. It looks so fantastic, and I cannot get over it. Looks so good, so nice. Would love to know your opinion, though, in the comment section below. And as mentioned, we are playing as the Warden Knight, and this is the really cool thing. Every single class that you play as, every character that you have in your possession, all feel different when you play as them. You may notice that the Orochi samurai that I'm fighting against is all kind of about agile, quick counter-attacking. So he's having to dodge around me, he's having to try and like counter-parry my attacks, and then kind of like hit me in my childbearing hips, while when I play as the Knight, I'm having to kind of use these guard breaks and kind of block attacks and stand my ground. And that is because all of the different classes all have different play styles and also different stats. The Orochi obviously has barely any health, is able to do these really swift kind of counter moves and really awesome kind of like heavy damage parries, which is really sexy, while the Warden is kind of all about being like an all-arounder. So say like if you're just getting into the game, you generally use the Warden, but oh my goodness, look at that, an epic tiebreaker. That was so fantastic. And as you saw there, the animation is so cool where the Warden was like, I tell you, the treasure is hidden down. And then he just died before he actually got to share his family secret where all the treasure and the royalties are, but maybe I could have been richer, not too sure. But really epic, really awesome. Look at the mist in the environment, looks so good. And it's one of those things where you don't really pay attention to those kind of things. You're obviously focusing on the enemy that you're battling, but the immersion, the atmosphere when it comes to the levels looks really good. And again, I really appreciate the art design. I really appreciate the homage to this historical accuracy when it comes to the different warriors that you can play as. Obviously, Vikings, Samurai, and Knights didn't all have a giant-ass scrummage, but if they did, this is what it would look like, and if they did, it'd be pretty freaking sexy. It'd be Knights for Samurai? Hell yeah, baby! But, as mentioned, this is a 1v1 duel, and it's one of those things where you kind of have to remember that there are different game modes in this. There is actually a 4v4 Dominion, kind of like all-out battle mode. You also have a 2v2 brawl, which is a little bit iffy because it's one of those things where if your teammate does end up dying, you kind of get ganked all the time. And then you have the 1v1 duel. And I feel like the 1v1 duel mode is kind of like the most, what would you say, kind of the one that kind of like pays even a more immense kind of like honor to the title of the game, which is obviously For Honor, because when you play Dominion, it always feels like you're either getting ganked or you're ganking people. It's never about like 1v1 battles, it's all about like 2v1 battles sometimes, and it can feel a little bit unfair sometimes. While when you play the 1v1 mode, it actually feels like what the game's about. The combat system actually really kind of complements the 1v1, and when it comes to, say, like the 4v4 Dominion, which you've probably seen me actually show you in gameplay a lot in the past, it feels a little bit more iffy. It feels like, well, it feels like the developers didn't really know how to kind of build around so many players at once battling each other. They've tried really hard to do it, but it still feels a little... I just lost my head again. Oh no. It's 2v1 to my opponent, and as you can see there, I need to regrow another noggin. And you know how freaking long it takes to regrow those things? A lot of protein shakes, and also a lot of watering cans full of water, and sometimes protein shake, because you need protein to regrow your meat muscle. But the final round, round 5, is actually going to be a really close one. If he can actually beat me in this way, it's going to be really, pretty much dishonorable. This is not going to be For Honor. It's going to be me moving out and having to leave the kids behind. But can I defeat this Orochi? It's been so exciting so far. Oh my goodness, he is smacking me around. Remember, I am playing as the Warden Knight, though, which means I actually have some really good deflex, some really good abilities to stand my ground. But remember, the Orochi can actually dodge around me, which makes makes it really, really hard. It's a really difficult kind of character to fight against, and it's very, very popular too, but I am a knight. I am all about the honor, baby. It's kind of one of those things where a knight and a samurai is actually probably against the Vikings, probably has the most honor about them, is the knight and the samurai, and that was just awesome. That was another tiebreaker. Look at that. Able to defeat the enemy samurai and make this a 2v2 on the scoreboard, which is so epic, so exciting. Would love to know your opinion, though, in the comment section below, what you thought to this gameplay, what do you think to For Honor as well in general. But it has been me, Josh, aka Proxy, bringing you some For Honor in the closed beta on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now.